What's up guys, it's Eric here. Today we're going to review some games from the Chinese Super Server. This is Red Lotus, who we have reviewed before. He is, I think, currently rank 6 on the Super Server. I would personally love to be reviewing rank 1, but rank 1 doesn't save their VODs, so we got rank 6. We take those, honestly. Got a Gnar opener with less Whisper. Could this actually be a Gnar game? We'll see. And I mean, also Gadgetean and the Wukong, too. I mean, this kind of seems like one of the best possible Gnar openers if you wanted to play it, though. I'm curious if he does end up angling for it. Gnar, I feel like, in this patch is a comp that you can't really just straight up angle for. You really need to have, like, a reason to play it. It's Anima, Featherweights, and Luden's Echo. I mean, it looks like he's about to reroll it, which makes a lot of sense. You have 0 Anima units. You don't really want to lock yourself into a reroll comp right now, and Luden's just not a great augment, especially with like a potential maybe last Whisper Slam. We'll see. So I like the reroll a lot. It's Tiny Titans, Thrill, Knife's Edge. I like these options a lot better. I would be most interested in Thrill here. I think it's just quite a solid early game augment, especially if you're going to play around Gnar. You don't necessarily have to play Gnar, but you could literally just like slam Last Whisper, take Thrill the Hunt, and just let Gnar go. But it looks like he's hovering Tiny Titans here, so we'll see. Okay, no, he does take Thrill. Awesome. We nailed it. We nailed it. Looks like he's going for the Hodge Slam, actually. Okay, okay. I was considering this as well. It uses the tier really well if you actually want to play an AD comp. Hodge is a very solid item on Gnar. You already have the healing, so it's like a little bit redundant, you know? Like, how much are you going to end up over-healing with Hodge Slammed as well? The other idea is that potentially you don't need Last Whisper in this comp if you're actually going to play a Gnar comp. I've seen a lot of people deprioritizing Last Whisper recently just because Morgana is such a good unit that you can play on almost every board if you have an open slot. So maybe he's thinking that as well, that he doesn't really care much about Last Whisper. Care of a Kalen vibe, but like, you know, it doesn't really do anything. You just slam your items on Gnar. And this should be a very solid opener. We see a Star Guardian +1, Band of Thieves, Infinity and +1. So I think those were the only 2 people that actually hard committed to a comp based on augment. Yeah, so this person with the Infinity +1 and the other Star Guardian +1 player, which, I mean, both very good. Ooh, are we going to see the double pre-level here? He did sell his units. Yeah, he's double pre-leveling to level 5. I've seen people in China do this a decent bit just to get these early, really strong shops. Also just to, you know, ensure that you are going to level up, you know, like, it's basically the same as if he would have leveled here, except he gets the level 5 shop early. So if you're playing really aggressively for Streak, I like it. And he has the Wukong too. He has like a really strong early game augment. You also look at this lobby. I mean, he's fighting this underground player. The Infinity player didn't seem very strong. That person also has consistency, so they basically have to play for Lost Streak. So I think he makes the call that like this actually isn't that strong of a lobby, so he can play really hard for Streak here. As far as slams that are really good here, Chain Vest is amazing. Like I said, you don't have to commit to Gnar, but like, especially if you want to play for Streak, you want to build items that are very strong on Gnar. I like this a lot. Yeah, the Chain Vest plus Giant Spell here. Giant Spell can be half of some kind of offensive item, and the Chain Vest can just be Titans. So yeah, like in this position, and I love just slamming pretty much every single item on Gnar. It's going to be the strongest possible. But yeah, like in this position, it's kind of awkward because like you don't want to hard commit to Gnar, I would say. But at the same time, TFT rewards you slamming items that are good on your units that are on the current board. You know, no one ever lost a game of TFT by building items that are strong on their board. So I think it's fine to build these items, lean towards Gnar, and then if you end up in a situation where you know you can't play Gnar, you can maybe make them fit on someone else. It's not really easy. Belveth is probably the best carrier of these 2 items. So that's like a pretty nice fallback where like if you completely miss on Gnar, you don't hit like the Gadgetean +1, you don't hit like a good hero augment for it, then you could just play a Belveth game. And look at this, easiest 5 streak of his life. He's fighting a level 4 player here at 2-6. Like, I don't know, he didn't have to break a sweat. He hit 1 upgrade and just hard streak this early game. It was a really weak early game. Not to say that any of these players are bad though. I mean, this is Chinese Super Server. These are some of the best players from across China, maybe some other regions. I don't know who Dala Som is. I don't know if maybe that's someone from another region or if they're from China as well. But there are international players as well. So, I mean, it's a very strong server. But, you know, sometimes the rest of the lobby doesn't hit anything too crazy. And they just end up playing for loose streak. And that's fine. He's going to hold on to the Pike, actually. I was curious about this. And immediately slams the Warmogs. Love this. Immediately getting in the Morgana when you can. Because the Shred is really nice. But yeah, I'm curious. Okay, yeah, he ends up selling Pike there, right? I'm curious if he wants to play the hacker variation or not, because with the nerfs to hacker, you can potentially just play this Gnar comp without hacker. I've seen people do it. I think uh, Tanner, the person who does a lot of tweeting about like Chinese builds, talked about saying like the new variation of Gnar is like playing around Gnar plus Sona. Maybe you fit in Morgana, but I mean, obviously like Sona fits in really well. Ooh, I mean, you just have to take this. You have 6 traits in, which isn't, I mean, it's not bad, and you also have threats in. This isn't bad. I guess you just crack it now. I've heard some people say that the prankster bug is fixed with Gnar. I like leveling here, rolling a bit until you find something really. The problem is you don't have a ton of pairs. Oh my god, Ace Hole. Oh, he's gonna roll really deep here. Okay. Okay, and cracks it. Oh my god, and hits the gadget team +1. I mean, that's huge. Now that you have Gnar pair, you really want to roll until you hit Gnar too. Not holding the Ramesses. Interesting. I think that could be a nice sort of like random unit to throw in, but I think he has a pretty good idea of what his comp wants to be. He doesn't actually have any open slots here. It's Morgana, Sona, 5 Gadgeteen, with the Gadgeteen spat on Sona. So legit, exactly what I was talking about. But he's not able to hit Gnar too, so he ends up losing this fight. Feels really bad to send it to 0 here and lose. Look, the person who he fought was level 7, with like the same amount of gold as he had, basically. So he spent all this gold rolling. They spent that gold going 7. So a little rough to lose that fight. Also a little rough to not find Gnar too. But yeah, I mean, he's hit the conditions for playing this Gnar comp, which is basically hit Gadgeteen +1, and I would say like Titan's BT are the other conditions, or really Titan's healing. Like this Hodge will do quite fine, actually. Um, so curious to see what his last item is. Could be BT, actually. What's his bench? He has those Alistar pairs, a random Jinx, and what? Yeah, I guess you don't want to sell Lulu pair. Oh wait, no, you had the... He could have sold there and made 10, actually. Hit the Blitzcrank as well. Interesting. I would definitely be interested in making 10 there. Yeah, I think BT is probably your best bet here. We'll see what he ends up taking. Yep, BT looks great. And you can just slam it on Gnar and then put the Gadgeteen item elsewhere. If you hit like a really broken Gadgeteen item for Gnar, then you can wait around to build it. Oh, he's rolling here still for Gnar too. Oh my god. This is the most broke man I've ever seen. This is some Chinese style TFT. At 3-5, level 6, 0 gold, and your bench is worth 5 gold, and it's not even that strong of a board. I mean, this is super aggressively playing for like a top 4, I would say. It's going to be a bit hard to hit an R3. It's also just super aggressively playing for tempo. Like one way that you can actually get to playing for like a top 2, a top 3, as opposed to just like playing for top 4, is if you stabilize really hard here, and that allows you to hit an R3 on like middle of stage 5. Normally with like a 3-cost reroll comp, you want to hit your 2 stars of your 3 costs at like 3-2, and then win streak the rest of stage 3, stage 4, and then hit like 5-1 ideally, like at the, maybe not at the earliest. If you like super high roll, you can hit them like stage 4, but that's that's an egregious high roll, and you know you have to acknowledge that. But yeah, like the normal time to hit like Gnar 3 here would be like 5-1 if you have like a good setup. This isn't a great setup because he has not hit Gnar 2 yet. What's the last in here? I mean, he was holding the Alistar a lot. Could just be Alistar. Could be... Oh my god, wait. Is that in an orb or something? I think he picked up a Naruto out of the orb there, which is really nice for him. But yeah, I mean, you look at his gold, he can't even level. He is too broke to level. He's even holding this Rammus, maybe putting Rammus in here. Because yeah, I mean, as far as traits you can add, Prankster, if the bug with Prankster is fixed, for those of you who didn't know, for sure last patch there was a bug where if any of your units procced Prankster, your Gadgeteens would lose the damage reduction and bonus damage from Gadgeteen. Augments wise, I mean, actually, like, Cybernetic uplink is not bad here. I kind of like this the most. Be curious what he would do if he took Pandora's items. And like stand, I mean, you get in a decent amount of traits, so it's not bad either. I think I would definitely go uplink here though. Just because, I mean, you get 2 full items additionally, so a lot of value, and you have the Gadgeteen +1 from the augment. So like, I don't know, it seems like a very solid time to actually take this. Okay, so yeah, just gonna slam Gadgeteen items. But yeah, I mean, he's 88 HP and win streaking on this board, which does feel pretty good. He might lose a streak here, though. He's fighting the Infinity player again, and they hit an Ezreal on actually 8. Okay, they went 8. I was gonna complain about hitting Ezreals on 7, but they actually hit it on 8. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what his level 7 is. Yeah, ends up selling the Rammus. I mean, it could be anything. It looked like he was mostly aiming for like Alistar, um, which seems alright, I guess. I guess you go like Alistar Echo, get in Prankster and Aegis, and X-Force sounds pretty good. You could get Defender in if it's like a really AD heavy lobby. So I mean, sort of depends on the lobby, but I mean, I think this patch there is a lot of AP usually. I see most people prioritizing Aegis late game. So yeah. Yeah, another loss here. His board is, I mean, it's okay, but it's basically like a stage 3 board. This is like a really strong stage 3 board, not that strong a stage 4 board. He keeps going back and forth, but I keep not seeing what his, oh, right, his open component's the spat. Fixed chain here for Oxpat. I like that a lot. I don't really see what else you're taking, like mascot spam maybe, but like, eh. Um, gonna level here, and once again roll very aggressively. Doing a bit better this time with the roll down. It's another Sona too, so boom, that goes straight onto the board. Love it. I mean, yeah, it has to be Oxpat Poppy, right? Oh, he's gonna go on Morg. Okay. I mean, you know, this is of course fine. It also gets the cybernetic uplink value, and she's like the most frontliner of all the backliners. I'm pretty interested in selling this Morgana and Blitzcrank if we win this round. Curious to see if he ends up doing it. Yeah, I mean, Morgana 3 is a luxury in reroll comps. It is not necessary whatsoever. It does not increase the stun duration. It's just more damage and, of course, more HP for Morgana. So I absolutely like not holding on to that Morgana for looking at Morgana 3-star. I really like just playing for Gnar 3 and Sona 3, because those are the only actually like transformative 3-stars. But like hitting Morgana 3, like you're just gonna spend a bunch of gold for nothing. Man, this Thrill is doing work. Even just the Silver Thrill feels so influential on this board. Also an Annie 3, huh? Yeah, that person has Annie 3. It's a little bit annoying because this is a comp where you would love to be able to hit Annie 3. But yeah, I mean, like I was talking about, normally 4-1, or 5-1, rather, is when you sort of expect to start hitting your 3-star recosts if you're in like a really good spot, like if you're high rolling a little bit or just like medium rolling. But I mean, he's in a spot where he's in a spot here where he could actually hit. So I mean, pretty helpful, pretty pog. You get this rod. I guess Death Cap Bramble seems fine. Oh, you also have this cloak open though. Gargoyle Death Cap maybe, and then just put the spare chain on Poppy. Seems fine. No healing reduction, which is a little bit annoying, but I feel like you can just get a soul into your board. That seems pretty good. And so, like, once you hit Sona 3. I mean, I feel like it's likely Death Cap. Because if it's not, then you're looking at, like, Sunfire Gargoyle, which is not bad, but I kind of would like to have another item on the Sona, just guaranteed. Because, like, when you roll like this, you obviously, like, don't have Sona items. You know, Ionic? What the fuck? I mean, Sunfire I can see. Ionic I do not get at all. You already have the Morgana for Shred. Also, I believe Ionic Spark is bugged on this patch and doesn't zap. I'm very surprised about that, but I guess you don't need the A-Soul now. But yeah, quite surprised about that. I'd be curious to hear the reasoning, because it doesn't look great to me. I don't really want to roll past 10 here, but I'm down to roll to 10 if we find a Sona we can think about rolling. Yeah, he's not even going to roll past 20. I think that's completely fine. But yeah, just chill a little bit. I mean, you're 47 HP, which is not infinite. If you take like 2 or 3 bad losses, you are in the danger zone. But he also doesn't want to kill his econ, because if he just rolls it to 0 here and misses, then he's never seeing Gnar 3 and might not even see Sona 3. So I like not rolling it past 20 here. Or you could maybe roll it to 10, but like if you don't see another Sona, I don't really see a good reason to roll deep. Okay, we can still make 10 here. Holding the A-Soul pair as well, like we were talking about, potentially putting A-Soul in. He's actually going to put a second Gnar in. Oh, wow, I love this. The board can be a little bit dynamic, actually. Where, like, you know, if you hit really good Gnar items, you can fit in double Gnar. And, of course, the second Gnar is also going to benefit from Gadgettine buff, whereas the second Sona is not. So it almost seems like double Gnar is better. Oof. Another bad loss, but man, he's already top 4. Those are really, ooh. I mean, Aegis is nice, but you can't actually fit it in right now. Can you go blue? Oh, I like blue buff a lot, yeah. I was looking at, actually, I don't know what I was looking at. And I'm too lazy to go back. I'm sorry. Another Gnar, another Sona, one off both. Oh, he's going to sell the Sonas here to look for Gnar 3. Wow, really bold play there. To actually just give up on the Sonas, even though you're really close. Just knowing that he's 14 HP and he's got to send it. I mean, yeah, you basically have to do that in that moment. I like that a lot. Only downside is his board is 6 units plus a poppy one, so he's basically down an entire slot, but it does not matter. Look at this Gnar go off. All right, might even be a top 3. Now he really just wants to roll and find something, anything to put in where this poppy finds the Alistar. So that looks really good. Happy that we hit actually something to play. So yeah, I mean, this game is a masterclass on how to um, just like play TFT in a conservative manner, I guess. You know, how to roll really deep and go top 4 and just like play for a top 4 in a situation where like he low rolled decently on his 3-2 roll down, right? But I mean, just rolling so aggressively on 6 allowed him to play for this. Wow, it's literally like a top 3, right? Maybe even a top 2. Actually, kind of insane. But I mean, like I talked about, rolling so aggressively allowed him to chill a little bit, and then mid-stage 5, he was able to actually hit an R3. So, I mean, that's exactly how it goes, right? If you don't high roll in your early 3-2 shops, you can play this sort of like more aggressive style, spend a lot of your gold, and then stabilize and hit a little bit later. So, I mean, I love it. Oh, random Riven too? I mean, seems fine. Definitely worth playing. I was holding on to this Mordekaiser in case he gets the world's luckiest Mordekaiser too, but yeah. I mean, yeah, I think rolling down deep here is fine. Items-wise, he already has this. Oh, he's doing the Static Shiv Morgana tech. I didn't see... Oh, did he? Okay, I don't remember when he got the Static Shiv, to be quite honest. Also, like, these items all kind of suck, right? Like, what are you doing? Gumblading Sona? Double blue buff? Ugh. Easy Rot, actually, is maybe the best. Yeah, I'm gonna go blue buff Morg. But yeah, I heard about this once again through Anna's Twitter, but apparently the Sunder and I mean obviously the MR reduction from is Sunder whatever Shred and Sunder. In any case, the resist shredding of Morgana applies through Static Shiv. So Static Shiv in this case is also sort of like an armor reduction Static Shiv for the Morgana, because she's zapping all the units, applying Static Shiv, and then also applying the armor reduction, which is really nice, right? Because like Morgana can only hit a few units with binding and auto them, so pretty sick. And my god, Gnar is doing so much work. Is he gonna win this lobby? He's top 2 already, which I mean, just based on like how the rolls went, I'm quite surprised this game's a top 2. I mean, definitely hitting the Ancient Archives and getting Gadget Team +1 on it is high roll. I would say that's like maybe the only substantial high roll this game. Outside of that, it's I mean, it's pretty low roll as far as the shops went. Ooh, Nario's gonna get targeted by the Samira, right? Yeah, it's a little bit rough because he put him on the edge. Oh my god, he just killed every man. And the Thrill of the Hunt, such an MVP this game. Like, actually so insane how much value he got out of Thrill this game. That was an AD board, right? I mean, I guess he can't really get in 4 Defender, though. Even 1 tier. Zizirot. Yeah, I mean, like, Morelos doesn't do anything. There's actually, like, nothing there. So, I mean, I talked about the ZZ Rod from that that Ornn item thing earlier. I also got an Ornn item. It's not a, it's just a normal item thing earlier. So yeah, I think it seems fine. He keeps putting Gnar on the edge actually. It's a little bit scary, but I mean, when you're opposite side like this, where their carries are on the opposite side, it does actually work out decently. But not enough to end up winning that fight, so it is just going to be a second. But I mean, a second from that game, I think he should be very happy with. I'm surprised that it's a second. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch and all of my other links down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.